Welcome to MiniWebTool. In any classroom, the ideal is to achieve 100% student participation, where every student is thinking and ready to contribute. But the traditional hands-up method often fails to provide an accurate sample of what the entire class actually understands. Hand-raising creates a sample made up exclusively of the students who already feel confident in the material. This creates a specific dynamic. The same few hands go up, the same few students rehearse their thinking out loud, and the students who most need that practice receive the least of it. Over a school term, this gap compounds. Even with a teacher's best intentions, relying on volunteers can actively widen the learning distance between students. To solve this, many educators use random cold calling to remove their own unconscious patterns of who they call on. The assumption is that if the selection is random, everyone will eventually get a turn. However, standard randomness does not guarantee equal participation. Whether everyone actually gets a turn depends on one mathematical setting that often goes unchanged. Without that specific setting, a randomized list can still allow quiet students to go an entire lesson without being asked a single question. This chart tracks a class of 28 students over 20 questions. On the left is sampling with replacement, the setting where a name goes back into the pool immediately after it's drawn. With this setting, every draw is independent. In a class of 28, there is a 27 out of 28 chance that any specific student is missed, and those odds reset every time you ask a question. Across 20 questions, a student has a 48.3% chance of never being called. To reach all 28 students when names keep going back in, you would need an expected 110 draws. Now look at the right side. Sampling without replacement. This is where names are removed from the pool once they are drawn. This method removes the plateau. After 20 questions, only 8 students remain unasked, and at draw 28, everyone has been called exactly once. Because sampling with replacement mathematically allows for uneven participation, a without replacement method is required for guaranteed equity. The MiniWebTool Random Student Picker is designed to automate this without replacement method. Setup takes about 15 seconds. You paste your roster into the browser and check the box for no repeats. Once you begin, the visual list of names on the screen shrinks after each draw. This gives you a clear visual indicator of exactly which students are still waiting for a turn. For privacy, no student data is stored and no account is required, though this means if you close the tab, you will need to paste the list again. The tool is built to handle the math of 100% coverage while fitting into the pace of a live lesson. There is one habit that can undermine this coverage: resetting the list halfway through a cycle when you move to a new activity. When you reset early, the students who have already spoken are put back into the pool with those who haven't. This mixing scrambles the probability, returning the class to the with replacement model and losing the guarantee of equitable calling. To ensure everyone is reached, the cycle must be completed before the tool is reset. When students see that the picker uses a no repeat setting, it changes the expectation for those waiting in the pool. Because the math ensures their name will eventually be drawn, every uncalled student is required to stay focused on the lesson. This setting means that since anyone could be next, everyone needs an answer ready before the name is actually revealed. This is a different environment than a hands-up classroom, where students can mentally opt out as soon as they see a few volunteers. The tool's primary effect is creating a condition where internal preparation is necessary for every student in the room. When deciding on a strategy, follow this logic. For 100% equitable participation, ask, do you want to use a screen? If yes, MiniWebTool with no repeats is the direct solution. If a screen is disruptive, analog methods like popsicle sticks achieve the exact same math. Regardless of the tool you choose, the rule remains: finish the drawing cycle before you reset the list. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to subscribe to the MiniWebTool channel for more straightforward, no-nonsense classroom tools. Establishing fairness in the classroom is a matter of moving away from volunteers and using a reliable mathematical framework.